Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us for our second offering of the day. In case you didn't know, we have our 10 o'clock show now for you. If you missed it this morning, Craft Vault was absolutely brilliant. You can go back and watch that. And some of the deals are still live for you on the website as well. So do make sure you have a little bit of a look. Those deals will stay live for you up until midnight tonight. But we've got 3 more jam-packed shows for you over the course of the day today. And in this show, Wake Up Call, we're going to be previewing everything which is coming up for you. So a good opportunity for you to get in nice and early, get a bit of a heads up as to what's going to be coming up over the day. Launch party tonight, with it being a Tuesday, live at 5 through until 6. Loads of great deals there, and actually some of the most recent launches, as recent as yesterday. Of course, those 3D macro folders are going to be back on that show tonight. In between times, we've got Masterclass with the return of the Rick Rack dies. We've also got that watercolour waves pad for you as well. I think everyone knows now that that is back in stock, but we've got that available for you on the show. And like I say, in Wake Up Call over the course of this next hour, just going to be previewing what's coming up for you, giving you a bit of a heads up, giving you the opportunity to get in before everybody else. So a stellar day lined up, and it is me and Miss Giggles for you today. The fish is here. Looking to just very, I don't know, summery is the word? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I tried to be summery. Yeah, I've been said that I look nautical and yeah, summery, nautical.
Yachty.
What?
Yachty.
Yachty.
Yes.
Yachty. It's not a very nice word, yachty, is it? It sounds like you call someone a yeti or a...
You don't look like a yeti.
I'm not that hairy.
No. We're a minute into the show and she's started already. Is that a new jacket though?
It is a new jacket, yes. Yeah. It's only a cheapie though.
Is it?
A little jacket, yeah, absolutely, yes. But everyone's been complimenting me on this morning, so...
Yeah, and your pictures done, haven't you? New pictures
I had my
today?
pictures done, yeah, so I thought, I didn't even know a theme. They said, where's something summery? And then she took the picture and I said, is this okay? And she went, oh yeah, the theme's blue. I was like, no one told me the theme was blue. Good job I wore blue.
Almost like you knew.
It was, yes, yes.
We've got a busy day, haven't we, lined up today, and lots to look forward to.
Yeah, really busy day, and it's the first time that I've got to work with the Rick Rack dies, and I love them. I really love them. I just think there's certain dies that come out and you think they could just work with so many different things, because you don't need anything really to go with them.
No.
Everything that you've got in your stash is going to work with them, and obviously we've got the beautiful watercolour waves paper pad, which I absolutely love, but the Rick Rack dies are just something really special because you can use them in lots of different ways. They're an edgeable die, but they're also a cut out edge die, so I'm going to be showing you lots of things to do with them later on because we've got a masterclass. So I thought, well, let's get a demo in Wake Up Call so you can see what we're going to be doing, which will be totally different to later on as well. And the envelope templates,
yes,
which I think are an absolute game changer. So I love making envelopes, and I love the fact that we've got the envelope box and the envelope boards. I love all that, but that takes a bit more time and a bit more doing, and I still know that there are people that find that a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
So we listened, and everyone said after the template library about the bringing templates in to do more envelope shapes, and that's exactly what we've done. We've listened, done it, and we've brought them in with liners as well. Well, you launched it with Sarah, I believe.
So busy.
Yeah, and they're just amazing. And the fact that we're doing them with papers as well makes it a brilliant set, an all-round set to have.
I think it's brilliant, isn't it? Because I always think with things like the rocker blocks and the stamping platforms, for example, we have different ways for people to be able to stamp. And it's like with the envelopes, isn't it? Some people might get on with the enveloper, some people don't. Now they've got the template. So we try and cover all bases, don't we? Yeah,
absolutely. And that's what it should be about, shouldn't it? So whatever you find easiest, you go with. And this is super easy. It's just a case of having a pencil, a tape pen will do as well, and you're ready to go. Make your envelopes.
Feel free to get in touch if there's anything you want to see, particularly in the masterclass, to get the request in, anything you want to ask as well. Feel free to ask in this show and indeed masterclass later. We have got Trudy on the show this morning. Say good morning, everyone. Jane Quigley joins us saying hello. I'm laughing because Al's in. Lois says good morning, everyone, from Ohio. And Julie Palmer says good afternoon. And he's not letting this one go, Debbie. Al says, if you were watching last night, you'll know what's coming here. Al says, hi, Ben and Debbie. I'm so sorry I missed the first show, but unfortunately, I was too busy rinsing cloths. You're not going to let it go, is he?
Last night when I left work and he was literally, he goes to me, I said, "Are you all right? How's your day been?" He went, "Oh, it's been terrible." And I was like, "Oh no," and he really sounded like he'd had a bad day. I said, "At work?" He went, "No, work was all right." He said, "But then when I finished work, I was watching this programme on telly," he said, and I just had someone really moaning at me about rinsing out cloths. I was like, "Oh!"
And he's not going to let it go. Rebecca joins us saying, "Hi, Ben and Debbie." Hi to Kathy Green, who says, "Good morning, Ben and Debbie from Mechanicsburg." And Love to Create LC says, "Greetings, Ben, Debbie, team, and everyone." Keep the hellos coming through. As I say, any questions you've got, feel free to ask us. And anything that you want to see, feel free to get those requests in. If you missed yesterday's launch, which we're going to be looking at, particularly in launch party a little bit later on, then here it is for you. This is the 3D embossing macro folders. Sorry, macro. You can tell I was getting up then, couldn't you? Old man noise. Yeah, so you've got the Showstopper still available here. Less than 100 of these to go around though, because we did have a lot of you jumping in and buying those yesterday. But you get the 4 folders, so you've got your alluring anemones, you've got your ethereal echinacea, you've got your gorgeous gerbras and your radiant rose, so all of those brand new folders. And then if you go for the Showstopper, you're paying an extra £10 to get over £30, over $40 worth of extra content. So you've got the Cupid die, you've got the 3D embossing folder from the Vintage Vegas collection, that reverse playing card, you've got your 6x4 3D embossing folder, the beautiful blossoms, and then you've got the stamp and die set from the Majestic Unicorns collection with that gorgeous rainbow, all those beautiful sentiments to go with that as well, and the clouds too. So £52 is the platinum price on that. We'll be seeing that in more detail on launch party a little bit later on this evening. Hi to Dan, who's just joined us, saying hello to Ben, Debbie and crafty friends. We're going to start off though with your envelope template, which caused an absolute storm because like Debbie was saying, it just makes life so much easier for people, and it gives you options, it gives you choices now, doesn't it? You know, if you get on with the enveloper, that's absolutely brilliant. If you've got other envelope templates, amazing. But these, I won't go through them all, but you've got your templates for the actual envelope itself, and then you've got all of the liners to go with, so you can think about making things like your 4x4s, 6x6 envelopes in here. You've got your DLs, you've got your quarter US letter size in here, DL, as I say, 5x5, 4x4s, a 6 size, and for each and every one of these, there's 28 templates in total. You've got the liner to go with, so you can really kind of like coordinate all of your envelopes to work beautifully with the liners, to work beautifully, of course, with the cards that you're working with as well. You do get included within this bundle not only all of those templates, but also all of this beautiful paper as well, in lots of different styles, single-sided as well. So, you know, you can choose a kind of style that you want to work with here, but you've got beautiful kind of stripes and zigzags. You've got florals in here too. You've got 12 designs and 3 sheets of each of those included within that bundle. It was such a roaring success, as I say, on when did we launch it? Friday. And what was lovely about this as well, actually, is that I did say this to Sarah, so it's nothing that I didn't say to her face. When we had this show, I thought, my goodness me, how are we going to do 2 hours of a show just making envelopes and templates? But then actually, off the back of that, we saw Sarah, yes, just make envelopes, but then use these templates to actually create, you know, something really, really fun, making little envelope books with these, using these on, you know, scrapbook pages to have like envelopes that opened up to convey a scene or to have photos in. So yes, these are functional to the point that you are going to be using these to create envelopes to the exact size that you want them to be, to put all of those different cards in, but also really, really fun to get creative with as well. We must just say, if you want to go for the collection, details are on your screen here. 5038, the Showstopper, also brings you all of these extra goodies as well. Just remind me, so you're paying extra. Yes, I was going to say, I thought there's something missing, isn't there? You get the watercolor waves pad included in here. So you're basically paying for the brand new template. Also, you're paying for the Watercolor Waves paper pad. I mean, it's card pad, isn't it? 250 GSM, one of the most stunning, most striking pads that we have done in a very, very long time indeed. So this is going to be absolutely perfect to work alongside all of your brand new goodies. So you pay, I mean, look at that. So you pay for the Watercolour Waves pad with your templates and papers, and then for free, we give you all of the other goodies within this set, which is stickers from the Violet Studio collection. So there's 97 stickers there. You've got alphabets in there, you've got your numbers, and you've also got your punctuation. 260 enamel dots you're going to be getting in this set. You've got your book of stickers as well as 10 sheets in there, over 100 stickers, plus the embellishments collection from the Little Circus Violet Studio range. So you've got pom-poms and ribbons and adhesive gems in there too. Plus we give you 2 stamp and die sets, so you've got these really cool frames. This is the With Love on Valentine, so you get that cool frame in die form, and then all the stamps to be able to pop your message into that as well. And then you've got your champagne celebrations, which again is that cool little frame there with the champagne bottles and the fireworks going off, and then all the sentiments to be able to stamp onto your die cut element there as well. Things like "You're amazing" and "Let's celebrate." So all of that comes to you for free when you go for that Showstopper with the Watercolour Waves pad. $50.38 is the platinum price on that one. One more quick hello, and then we'll get into a demo with this. Sally says, "Hey all, Ben and Debbie. Hope you're both well. I'm so looking forward to the Rick Rack dies. Looking forward to the demos. I have got those in my basket." Rick Rack demo coming up for you. One in this show, but don't forget the masterclass coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon. But let's have a look at the templates to be able to make all of your different envelopes. Such a brilliant collection, this, Debbie. And as I said, functional, yes, but as Sarah was talking about as well, a really sort of creative set to go for as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I just think they are absolutely brilliant, and I'm hoping, because the papers in this collection are different to what we've had in anything else, I'm hoping we put these either in our downloads or we bring it out as a pad, because there is some beautiful papers here, and I've been using loads of them, and I really want this paper, more papers of these, so I'm hoping they will. But I love the fact that you can make these different types of envelopes, but with the leftovers you can then make cards out of them, and it makes them really special, and it means whatever size they are, they are true to size and will fit absolutely perfect. And you're getting them in all different shapes and sizes. Doesn't matter whether you line them with whatever you want to line them with. Love the fact that you can use all those different scraps to be creative in your card, and there are just so many that you can be doing. So, and whether it's this sort of deckled edge part, which is in there as a template, some of them, like, you'll get 2 sizes, but they'll have 2 different edges, which I absolutely love. I love the one that does, let me see if I can find one, this one, which is actually got the little slit that you just pop it into. So I think there's so many different ones, and to be able to create that and cut that out would be really hard if you didn't have a template to do it with. What I also love looking through the samples, there are so many of them, but I do want to get a demo done, is like what you were saying, Ben, is just making cards out of them.
Yeah, look at this.
Look, this is a diddly little envelope, putting your little sentiment inside it. I think that is just absolutely beautiful and a really lovely way to be creative. Making a wrap, like a belly band around your actual designs as well. Making them out of white cardstock and then just using the mats and layers of the papers inside. So you can really be frugal with your papers. You can use them in so many different ways. But if you haven't seen them, let's just have a look and see how easy it is to be creative with them. So I've got 2 pieces of the pattern cardstock. I love them because there is something for everybody. Like there is a matching paper for everything in there. So I love the fact that you can have something really busy, maybe either on your envelope or on the inside, and then your main envelope. And all you're going to need is your templates. Now, each template comes with the actual main template. So this would be your template, which you're going to draw around. And then each liner, I love the fact that we've done the liners. You've got 12 of each. So if I just place that over there, you'll be able to see that that fits perfectly, but comes just on the inside of the template underneath. So we're going to be using one for our liner, one for our template. Now, the other thing that I would absolutely say is to make sure you use this as close to the edge as possible. Don't, because they're you've got a 12 by 12, you just place it in the middle and draw around it. You want as much waste as possible, because then that way you can really be creative with what you're making. So all we're going to do is make sure that we place that nearest the edge, and then that way we've got all this outside edge that we can use. And we're going to do it completely from scratch as well, so you can see exactly how quick they are and easy they are to put together.
It's so nice now as well, isn't it, to have this at our disposal, because this, you know, people spend so much time making beautiful projects, and the poor old envelope gets forgotten about a lot of the time, doesn't it? And I think, particularly if you're making to sell as well, this is only going to help you be able to charge more, isn't it? If you've got matching envelope with matching liners to match the card.
Yes, definitely. On Saturday, while I was working, I thought, oh, I need to make a wedding card, because I was going to a wedding reception in the evening. And I actually made the card and then just found an envelope and put it in an envelope. And then I suddenly thought, why am I doing that? I've got these amazing envelope templates that I can make one and do a matching envelope, which is exactly what I did. So that was the nicest thing, and then it looked lovely, and I felt quite proud of myself taking it to the venue, and I was like, oh, where's the post box for the cards? My daughter told, because my youngest was a bridesmaid, and she said, oh, it's over there, and I felt really proud because I went over and they were all plain envelopes, and there was my pretty papered envelope.
I can just imagine you walking along like wafting it in the air like this, going, all right,
I wanted to hold it for a while so everyone could see, and maybe people say, oh, what you got there? I'll say, oh,
I'll just put this down really slowly.
But that makes such a big difference, because it just looks lovely. And I was the only one that personalised mine as well. So, and funny enough, Felicia's husband said to her, they obviously split the cards. And he went, oh, this is lovely. This is a personalised one. And Kyra said, my daughter Kyra, she just went straight away. Felicia just went, oh, that's Kyra's mum then that's made that, if it's personalised.
Love it.
Right, so we've got our liners and we've got this. And the other thing is all the papers are multi-ways patterned. So you can use them whichever way you want, and they're going to look fabulous. So all we're going to do, now you could, if you wanted to, take your guillotine and cut all the straight edges. I'm just going to cut round with my scissors. Now I'm not as quick as Sarah. You'll probably notice how different my cutting is to Sarah's.
It's not a race, Debbie, it's not a race.
Sarah's scissor hand. She's always been so quick with scissors, and I've never really got how she can be so incredibly fast with scissors, because I'm not very good with scissors. I actually would cut this out a lot quicker. I've used my craft knife.
Oh yeah.
I'm better with a craft knife than what I am with scissors. But I wanted to show you in real time how easy it is to put these together and be creative with them. And how nice is it that you've got your liners, because we could have put these double-sided, but then you would have used more of your papers, and also you've got that choice whether you want to leave them plain or you want to use the liners. So let's just do the next one.
A lot of people were talking about this as well in terms of their heat erasable pens too, saying that they were going to use those with
brilliant. It's a really good idea, yes, but if you do put a liner in it, you won't see the lines.
No.
At all, because and I'll show you why your lines are hidden. So the only lines that you might see is the actual opening one, where you pull it up, but I don't think anyone will take no notice. That's the saddest thing about an envelope, is it just gets ripped open.
Yeah, poor old envelopes.
Yeah, poor old envelopes, but they are an absolute need.
Kelly says, my Rick Rack and Watercolour Waves paper pad are supposed to be delivered today. What a good day for those to arrive with the masterclass coming up. And Al's message, hi Ben, I do have a proper question. Your Al's got a question.
Does he? Does he really?
Oh, no, it is actually a proper question. I don't know why we're supposed to surprise. If I want to make a card with no experience, he says, is there a best video or class I could watch?
Well, he sits next to me. He could just watch me.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I do have to laugh at Al, because he does have really good questions and he does ask lots of things. But he's also, and not critical in a bad way, but if I show him something, you can guarantee he'll always say, oh, why don't you use that, or why don't you make that? And I'm like, I just want you to say, that looks really nice.
Yeah, don't want the criticism, thank you.
But he actually said, I can't remember what it was the other day, and as he said it, I thought, well, I'm quite happy with that. All I wanted you to say was, yeah, that looks lovely.
But that's a very fair point to your question, Al. You've got one of the very best crafters in the business in your house. So just sit next to Debbie and watch. You know?
Al's actually very good at crafting, I have to say. When we craft with the grandkids, he comes up with really good ideas. He would be a really good male crafter.
Ah.
Yeah, he would. Yeah,
get him on.
Yeah, he would be really good. Yeah, when we've sat and done it before, and he's made cards for his daughters, and they've been really good. And I'm always like, oh, he's actually quite good. Right, so we're going to pop those to the side. That's all those taken care of. Now, if you wanted to, you could just use anything at hand, really. Like if you want to score lines, you could use something. I'm trying to think what I've got with straight edge. In fact, we've got a Gemini plate under here.
Oh, yeah.
So even a Gemini plate, all you would have to do is put this, you might have a book, just bend that along. So you don't even need a scoring tool, and that way it would give you your edge. But if you do have a scoring board, then use your scoring board, and that will just put your lines in for you as well. But actually, because they're papers, they're going to fold really well. So we're just going to pop those there. And very lightly, you don't need a heavy hand, because these are just papers, you don't want to be heavy-handed. And actually, you're best off using the bigger scoring side of the tool.
Just about to ask that, so the bigger ball, yeah?
Yes, the bigger ball. So if you're using the small side, I was using the small side there. If you use the small side, just be really gentle when you place when it goes over the top, rolls over the top.
Yeah.
So just popping our next one in like so. Now, with your template liner, I don't fold this line yet, and I'll show you why in a second.
Okay.
So let's just pop that to the side, and then we're just going to fold all our lines in. So you've got that perfect line all the way around, because you know that the template is perfect. So just placing those ones in, like so.
Just think, in your craft room at home, how many papers that you will have to be able to create the most beautiful and bespoke envelopes for all of your projects. I just think this is a real game changer.
Look at
and
that.
even though
Perfect envelope.
You've done this from scratch, it's not like a long drawn out process, is it? That's the point.
Not at all. You can make them very, very quickly. And actually, your card itself can be quite simplistic because you've got such a lovely envelope. So someone would just love that they've got a matching one. Now, my thing with this, Ben, is to place your liner inside and then put it where you want it to go, like so. I've got it the wrong way, haven't I? Don't want it that way.
That's it. Yeah.
We'd be defeating the object there, won't we? And this is where I was saying that all you would really need, if you've got a line round there, if you're very good, you could just cut away that line so you wouldn't see the pencil line. Once that's in place, I would then do the folding. So I'd fold it once I've got that in place. And then that way, just burnish that down. You know that that's in the perfect position. Still fold on our line, but you've got in the perfect position. So all I'm going to do now is we're going to place some glue. So that's where your tape pen comes in handy. And we're just going to put a small piece of glue on each side here. So that will then fold over onto that side. So that creates our envelope. And then if you really wanted to make it quite professional looking, this little piece here, just fold it in, like so, and that will create that little flat edge, so makes it absolutely perfect. You wouldn't think you've made this envelope, would you?
No, at all.
And then when you've done this, Ben, what I would do, make sure that that's lined up, hold this piece in, don't glue this base bit. Because if you glue the base bit, it makes it harder to open and fold it. So all I do with this one is we're going to just fold that in. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue along the sides there. Fold that then down, and then your liner will be in the perfect position, like so. And because that goes right to the bottom, it doesn't matter that you don't need anything else. Now, the other thing is you've got the scraps. So what I would absolutely do with these is cut these into strips. There's lots of different ways that you could be doing this, but because we've got these chevrons, I'm going to use the chevrons at the side. So even like a really small little tip that we've got here, Just going to line that one up. We can cut that one off. Let's cut this one. Going to do another one because these are all different sizes. I love how you can be really creative with this. So I'm just going to take another one here. And then let's have some of the dotty one as well. So I'm just going to, and it doesn't matter how big or small these are, I'm just going to do these so it's straight. We haven't got a straight bottom bit there. Like so. And then we can just trim these ones. And again, you can have them any size. This is just a case of using up your strips, making sure that's straight. So once you've done that, use these to decorate the front of a card. And all I would do is to trim these. So let's start with this one. And let's say we're just going to put some there. Let's just trim that one. And I'm going to use my dotty tape pen and just to put onto there. And then you can start being quite creative with these. Now you can use I'm just doing this by eye, but you could use your glass mat to make sure you're getting that in a straight line. Let's do another one. Let's do that a bit longer. So we're going to do the next one to about there. And I love this sort of colour. I love using up scraps. Love how you can be really creative with them. We're just going to put a little bit there. I'm going to leave a slight gap in the middle, just like so. And then just keep building these up where you want them to go. I'm going to make that one smaller. There we go, pop that one there. And these can go wherever you want. Just keep moving them about, chopping them and changing them about. And then if I bring this one in, all I've done, same thing on this one by using all these different stripes. And then do you know the washi rolls we had on yesterday?
Yeah.
I've literally just put a washi roll right across the front there, so you can't even see it. It's just added that happy birthday. And then that will fit perfectly. That's a 5x7. Look how perfect that fits in there. So not only have we got our amazing envelope, we've got a card that fits. I know. And how long, I mean, I don't know what that took, but no more than probably 10 minutes to do the envelope. I know I'd pre-done my card, but that is just a case of just building up those strips on the front of your card, putting a simple sentiment on there. You've got a lovely card with an envelope that's matching, and it looks incredible. I just think this is a game changer to card making. And yeah, make sure that you grab it because it's just brilliant. And so many different templates in there. In fact, there's 12 different sizes, including US ones as well. So if you didn't see it on launch, there are 2 US size envelopes in there as well that will match your cards.
Yeah, I mean, it is incredible. And again, allowing you to be able to personalise all of those different sizes, 6x4, A6, slimline, 5x7, your quarter US letter size in there as well. Little money envelopes included in there too. 28 different envelope templates with the liners to go with. And of course, don't forget, you've got all of those fantastic papers. I mean, and that's just a bit of a Brucey bonus, isn't it, really? Because as I say, think about all the papers that you already currently have. And then you've got the ability to be able to add these into your stash as well, all single-sided, lots of different designs, but designs that will work really, really nicely with each other if you're kind of like trying to combine the different colours and designs as far as templates and envelopes are concerned. 12 different designs, 3 of each. And remember, if you're going for the bumper pack, the Showstopper, if you like, you're also going to get your watercolour waves pad included as well. That is in the bundle. You pay for that, and then that kind of like opens up the door, if you like, for you to be able to get all of the extra goodies for nothing. And why would you not want more of this absolutely incredible watercolor waves pad? So you pay for that with the templates, with the papers, and then for free within the bundle, we're going to give you a whole host of other little goodies, including things like your Violet Studio stickers. So there's 97 of those in total there. You've got alphabets, you've got the numbers in there, you've got punctuation included. You've also got the set of enamel dots in there too. Plus, you've got the little circus bows and pom-poms and adhesive gems. You've got your 10-sheet sticker book included in there too. and we give you 2 stamp and die sets. Those are those really cool frames which you've got the die for, and then the stamp to be able to stamp out your particular sentiments. So that one is Champagne Celebrations. You've got Your Amazing, Let's Celebrate, and Congrats as far as your stamps are concerned there. And then you've got your frame once again in die form with Love on Valentine's. So you've got that cute love frame with all the hearts around the outside, and then your stamp sentiments are Love You Lot, Be Mine, and You're the Best. That is £50 and 38p if you are a platinum member. And as I say, if you just want to go for the templates and papers on their own, that deal is available to you on the shop the day. You'll see all of the details for that right there. If you missed Craftbot earlier on, very quickly, we just need to show you the deal that we had on the colour pencils, the Colorista pencils. The Craft Vault deals are live until midnight tonight, so you do need to pick these up today. Multiple people were ordering on these, and actually loads of people multi-ordered them. The Colorista wax pencils, all 4 packs of these, 48 pencils in total for £6 and 38 pence. Top quality wax pencils for a ridiculous price. I think so many of you have already tried the Colorista range, realised that, you know what, this is a really good standard, good quality of pencil for a ridiculous price that you're getting it for today. I mean, at £16 for 48 pencils of this quality is amazing. At £6.38, you can understand why so many people came in earlier on and bought multiples of these. You've got the full range of the pencils as well. So you've got your perfect portrait, which is more of your sort of skin tone colours. You've got this set here, which is your beautiful brights, your bright vivids. So you've got all of your sort of primary colours included in there. You've got the pastel variations included too, the floral sensations and the natural landscapes, so more of your greens and browns alongside those two. That deal is available while stocks last up until midnight tonight at £6.38. If you want to pick that one up, head to the website and you need to be on the Shop the Day page. You'll see all the other deals from Craftbot as well, but that certainly was one which proved very popular indeed. Thank you to Louise who's been in touch saying this is so cool, such a gorgeous envelope, says Jane. And Colin says, I got this paper pad last week, so beautiful. Let's have a break. I can't believe we are already over halfway through the show. So any more questions and comments, fire those in, and when we come back, we will be having a look at Rick Rack.
Hi, it's Julesy One Kenobi here with my hoodie on. I just thought I'd let you know another reason why I absolutely love Crafters TV. The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes. But the one thing for me that absolutely made me laugh so much I cried was the birthday week Vegas dressing up, where Ben was Belvis Mesley, and I just couldn't stop laughing because of the wig. The wig just did it for me, and I absolutely couldn't stop laughing every time it came on. And that's another reason why I just love Crafters TV.
What I love most about Crafters TV is the community.
Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world.
It also connects you with people from all over the world.
You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family.
I feel like I'm crafting along with my friends.
I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much.
When you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and you know we'll be there for you as well.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
It's a place where we can share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas, and get inspiration from each other.
So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
Hi, my name's Amelia Sirocco. Ben challenged us to write a limerick, and he sang mine on Crafters TV, so I'm giving it another go. Advance notice, producer Johnny. Sorry. When Sarah was gone, we were sad, but now she is back, we're glad. Showstoppers each day. Say what? Shout hip hooray. My packages are on their way. Thanks for all you do.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome back, everybody. I tell you what, it's like serendipity this, Gina, isn't it? Woohoo, the envelope collection has just been delivered. Hey. And you've just had like a nice 20 minutes with Debbie on that as well. Can't wait to use it now. I think that is definitely going to be one of those collections that you are going to have sort of by your side, isn't it? And now you've got the opportunity to be able to make envelopes for all those different cards. You'll be using it time and time again, and never will you use a boring old plain white envelope ever again. Lots of love coming through for the watercolour waves pad as well, which coincidentally is in this next bundle that we've got for you. The Rick Rack dies. These are back. So this is the Showstopper. I think I'm right in saying, I have written this down somewhere, you get 2 watercolour waves pads, don't you? In this bundle. Is that right? 2 watercolour. Johnny's just gone, oh, it is now. So I showed you this a few moments ago. Alongside the Rick Rack dies, which I'll show you, you are going to get not 1, but 2 of these included within the bundle, price on screen for £32, which is, I mean, incredible, really. And then these Rick Rack dies, which are, let me show you the different ones that you've got here. So 9 dies in total, 3 sets within each. So within the waves, you've got your, I don't know the best way to describe these, that's like a wiggly worm, isn't it, almost?
A wiggly worm.
It's like a long wiggly worm. And then you've got the 2 different kind of, different sort of wave designs for you here. Alongside that, you're going to get your zigzags. So again, different sizes and different kind of like variations of those zigzags. And then within your scalloped edge, again, you've got the 2 different size scalloped edge, and then this beautiful die here, which is going to allow you almost to be able to kind of do some threading if you want with things like your twine. But so much fun to add like detail to your projects. Great for things like your construction pieces as well, you know, for like your box lids. Great for making things like your frames with, of course, too. And you've got so much choice, so much scope with these. And we'll have a look at some finished samples with Debbie, who's obviously got the dies in action and also use the dies alongside the fantastic watercolour waves. I forgot just how amazing like the samples were.
They look amazing. So the paper pad, it's not until you start using the paper pad. I thought I would just I'll show you the Rick Rack in a second, but I just wanted to show you how amazing these samples are when you make them with that incredible paper pad. The shine on them, they are honestly, it is my favourite at the moment.
It's like a high gloss finish, isn't it?
It's such a high gloss finish, but they look incredible. Look at this one, Ben. I mean, that's got like a drawer, one of our easel card templates. I mean, that is incredible. Whoever you send these to, whether you're making construction, whether you're making boxes, look how amazing they look when they're cut up onto cards. I love this. I'm going to be showing you in the masterclass later how you can die cut them, because they die cut. Yes, so I've made some flowers, funny enough, for the masterclass to show you how well they die cut, which are incredible. But just look at this in the back background, it looks holographic,
It
doesn't
does.
it? I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. So you will love the pad. I'm really shocked at that price to get the Rick Rack dies. I mean, that's 9 dies in total and 2 paper pads. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You want to go for that, and if you've already gone for it, you'll want to go for another lot because you'll want those paper pads, even if it's not with the Rick Rack dies. Go for those paper pads because it really is the pad that you'll just keep using time and time again. You know, we were saying about the Colour Your World paper pad.
Oh, yeah.
Was everyone's favourite because of all those different beautiful colours. This one's going to be that as well, I think.
Absolutely, yeah, you get 2 within that set, don't forget. The watercolour wave pad's also available for you individually, so if you decide that 2 is not going to be enough for you, you can add more into your basket alongside the Rick Rack dies. Plenty of lovely comments coming in for these already as well, so thank you. And also don't forget, as we just have a look at the Rick Rack dies with Debbie, we have got a masterclass coming up for you at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so about 20 minutes left on the show, then we've got an hour break, and then we'll be doing that masterclass. So if you've already ordered these, you need some suggestions, some ideas as to how you're going to be using them, then feel free to get those questions in. If you're thinking about buying them because you haven't yet got them, but again, you've got a question, feel free to fire those in. But we'll have a look at some finished samples with Debbie. Is that card that you've got there, is that been multiple, it's got multiple edges on it?
Yeah, so
stacked.
but from 1 die.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just quite incredible. So I'm going to show you actually, oh, not this one, it's a different one. But I love the fact that you can make multiple edges from here and just mat and layer them. Then you can cut the whole one out from the middle, and then you've got the bigger section one that's creating different waves as well, and then putting it on the front of your card. I mean, it's so effective what you can do with them. I love this one. How beautiful is that? I mean, actually, it looks like it should be that way because it looks like it's almost like a basket, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Full of all those flowers, which looks amazing. I love this one. Look at this with all the little
monsters.
So beautiful. It actually looks like maybe a giant shark's eaten them with it. It looks like teeth, doesn't it?
It does. Shark teeth.
I mean, and how stunningly beautiful is that one? It's just gorgeous. I think Craig made this because I see this on his socials, so it's so stunning. Real simplicity, just at the top and the bottom, but just using one of your bottom ones. I think it was Craig's. I see it on his socials, so if it isn't, apologies, but yeah, it's beautiful. Love this one as well. So using it with your tea and coffee collection, just using that die at the bottom. The zigzags are lots of fun. I think they do have that summer feel. Love this one as well, being able to be creative with them. And look at this one.
Oh,
I mean,
I forgot about that.
Isn't it gorgeous? And I'm actually thinking, because so wasn't this the one we did earlier?
Earlier on Craft Vault.
From the Craft Vault.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm actually thinking, like, you could do this as a new baby card, couldn't you? Your hatchling has cracked.
I absolutely love that. Do you know what I love, though, is the fact that you've shown so many different styles of cards.
Yeah, absolutely. So many.
There you go,
different
another
ones.
one.
Yeah, another completely different one, using the bottom, the tops there, and then another one there just down the side. And that would be a good bookmark, I'm thinking, as well.
Oh, yes.
Personalise it, which would look lovely. So, yeah, loads and loads of different ways that you can be doing them. But let's get sorted on a demo. So, sorted. Right, I'm going to be using the scalloped edge. I know you shouldn't have favourites, but I do love this one.
Okay.
I love this middle die. I think it's a beautiful one. It reminds me of buttons as well for some reason.
a little bit, yeah.
But I do think it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, what we're going to be using on is a card to start with. Where's my card? There it is. Now, I've used Centura Pearl and I've used A3, and I've created this shaped card because it's a longer card, so it's just under 16 inches, which is what an A3 is, and then I've done it by 4.5 inches, and I've made it as a 10-fold card. But what I want to do is use this bigger section down the sides. So I've done that to work in conjunction with the length of that as well. And then what I want to do is to place it onto each end, and I want to make sure I've got the same amount coming off of each end. Now, because I've got the Gemini pen, I've got the absolute confidence that it's going to cut through 2 pieces at the same time. If you've got any other die cutting machine, you'll just want to make sure that you cut it maybe a couple of times. So I'm just going to make sure I've really taped that down well. Then we're going to just grab our boards, Should be able to get that, onto our Gemini Junior plates, and then we're just going to run that one through.
And if you wanted to go longer with those, you could then cut again, couldn't you, and make like a longer border with these, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, if you just, absolutely. So if you just want to do one of them and send it through, you can do that. So, but because I have the confidence of the Gemini machine, and it has.
Look at
so
that.
So did at home, but it's
Boom.
cut through. Yeah, look at that. So you've got that side piece like that. So what you would do is then, can't get my tape off now, there we go. And the good thing we're using Centura Pearl, that comes off really easy. So that's given me that side piece. Then what I've done, if I just bring in my card, I've used gems. I've gone on both sides, but I've used gems just on each one down the side. Because we have that, our gem box, there is so many gems, make sure you use them. And these are ideal to use them with. So that creates our perfect stand-up card. So I've turned that round so you can see that a little bit better. There we go. So perfect stand-up card. Now we want to decorate it. So I've got all different cards and I'm going to mat and layer them. So let's just pop that one to the side, and we're going to bring in that same die, but this time we're going to place this. Now you could do these at once if you wanted to, but I would just do them one by one so you don't, you don't cross over.
Forgot about that black pearl, isn't it, that cardstock?
Yes,
black
so
pearl.
nice this one. Yes, it is. You remember, you're good with your paper pads, Ben. Well, not as good as yours, Lily.
Not as good as Lily, no.
I bet she was so pleased that she won. She must have been really. I'm surprised she's not told us all, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah, she was saying, it was funny because like the first round was like a little bit easier, and she was saying she was disappointed at how easy the first round was. I was like, what are you talking about?
Did you not find it so easy?
It was easy. It was easy early
I'll have to look back and see if I can guess them.
Yeah, you'd have got 10 out of 10, definitely.
Right, so that's that one. I'm not going to do it because I've got ones that are already done. But you're going to do this on all of them. So you'll end up, let me bring them in, you'll end up with them like this. So you've got your black one, you've then got the purple one. Sorry. I don't know why I laughed then. Laughed at something there that Johnny showed me a while ago. And then we've got that one. And then this one here, which I've done, so can you see? And then I've put my pen, my gold pen, down the edge. I'll explain later.
Okay.
I'll explain later. And then we pop that one onto the top. So that's created that one. And then when we put that in on here, so even though it's exactly the same shape, because we've done each one in a little bit smaller, it's created this effect on the side, which is going to go onto our cardstock like so. So you can see how we're building it up. I mean, how effective is that to have a card like that? You could also do it this way round if you wanted to, so whichever way you want to go round. Or if you want a smaller card, you could literally do this, so you don't have to do the full length of the dies. So we'll stick that together in a second, but I want to show you this die because it's stunning. So we're just going to place this onto some gold cardstock because I want to pick out the gold that's in the actual design. And I'm going to make sure that I stick this down as well. By sticking it down, it just makes sure it doesn't slip in our machine. So let's just pop that one onto that side, that one there, and then again we can run that through.
And again, nice with these, will go through the smaller machines as well, won't they?
They will, and actually, because they're longer, because the Gemini Mini is 6 inches long, these are 8 inches. So all I would do is, when you put them in your folder, cut one part, turn them round, cut the other side. So they will still, if you've only got a small machine, yes, they will absolutely fit in there as well. These would be good little shaker pieces as well. You've got little tiny dots on here, which you could use as gems, but if you wanted to, you could use them as shaker elements as well. And that's going to cut out this beautiful strip. Look at this strip.
Oh, yes.
How nice is that? It is so lovely. You could be making headbands for the girls, for tiaras.
Wrap around for
bracelets, cakes. I love that idea. That would be brilliant. You could put that around your cupcakes, or you could put that around you could have little bracelets for the girls. You could put that around napkin holders at Christmas.
Oh, a little bracelet would be super cute. Like, it just need like a little brad in it or something, wouldn't it? To to close the clasp.
Just bring that round, can't get the end. There you go. Look at that.
Look at that. Perfect.
So lots of different ways, and you've got 3 of those in different ways, because the great thing about these, all of these come with 2 different edges and 1 main border that's in the middle. So you've got so much versatility with these, which I absolutely love. Just give them a drop down. That takes out any remaining little pieces in there, and then we can just pop that back on there. Right, now let's start building up our card. So we're just going to stick all these layers down. So I'm just using my tape pen. Let me just grab that to pop these into place.
Any other questions you want to fire in, feel free, because we've got another show coming up on these in just over an hour, masterclass. Jane says, I've just bought these. I could not resist. They are a great length set of dies, lots of uses, and the paper pads were a must, and the pencils went in my basket too. Jane, that is a super basket you've got there, a really good basket. Poor Prince says he's just so cute, and Cynthia just saying that we have the best card stock. Jane saying the paper pads are absolutely incredible. It's such a great bundle, isn't it? The versatility of the Rick Rack dies alongside, I think, one of the best pads that we've done this year.
Oh, absolutely.
You can understand why it flew out of here, and I believe sold out on HSN as well. It's such a popular pad, and like you said, Debbie, I think it's going to go down as one of those pads like the Colour Your World pad did, in the fact that it's going to disappear and people are going to wish that they bought more.
They absolutely will. I mean, in all honesty, when I first see it, I thought, oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
But I didn't really take much notice of it. I just thought it was a pretty pad. But once I started using it, I was like, oh my goodness, I love this pad.
I think particularly when you brought out like the finished samples as well, showing like how versatile it is for like construction pieces as well.
Yes, yeah, so much so. And that's the thing, when you're making construction, whatever, your boxes, bags, when you've got a cardstock that scores like a dream, because it really does score beautifully, which is amazing. And it die cuts amazingly well as well.
Yeah.
I think it's like an all-rounder. And it's so pretty. Just every page is really pretty with all these beautiful waves that are going on there. Right, so all I'm going to do is pop this one, will go straight down the middle. So we're just going to pop that down the middle there. It's slightly longer, but I'm not worried about that. We're just going to trim that off afterwards. And then we're just going to use our dotty tape pen to go down there. And that's just going to miss all them holes out. And then we'll just, in fact, I'm going to turn that round so I've got that pretty even on each side.
Would you be able to thread through that, do you think, like with a bit of twine?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. A little bit of ribbon, be lovely. Yeah, it'd be so nice. So once we've done that, then take your scissors and you can just trim that bottom bit off and the top piece, like so. And then all we're going to do then, I've got a little sentiment that I just had in my stash. And I've just put some little foam pads on the back to create that topper. But this is the nicest thing. You can use it with any papers you've got in your stash. I'm going to be using the papers from the pad in the masterclass and showing you how you can die cut them as well. We're just going to place that right in the middle of that one. You could use any sentiment. And there we go. There is our card all made.
I absolutely love that, and I think you've hit the nail on the head, because do you know what, I don't mind saying, and I know you're very honest about things, Debbie. When I first saw these, I was a bit like, oh, what are you going to do with these? Like they're sort of, I don't know how I would use them and how effective these would be, but actually the way you've talked about them, the way you've shown these, they can work with any cardstock. They can work with any papers for any style.
Oh, absolutely. I think these are, for me, there's certain things that every crafter needs in their armoury, and these are one of them. They're such a good stash builder for anything. So, because they will go with absolutely everything. If you had a, let's say like in the Enchanted Ocean that come out, you've got the waves in there, so you've got a die for that. If you've got then something else that's come out for Christmas, you could use that on your edge of your Christmas cards. It doesn't matter what theme, every single one of these are going to go with that, and that's proved it with the that chick with the zigzag.
I'm just thinking as well with the zigzag, great outdoors later on. mountains.
Perfect. Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
again.
And that's what I mean. If you just think of any collection that you love, one of these dies will go with that. So that's why everybody needs them, because they're so versatile. And the fact that you're getting 9 different dies that are just going to edge everything. You don't have to use them all together.
No.
If you do, it's going to be really creative with them. And I've got 4 demos for masterclass at 2 o'clock. So make sure you come back or save that show, because if you've got the Ric Rac dies, you're going to want to see the demos. Yeah,
and especially if you've just picked them up, like Sally, who says Ric Rac dies purchased. Lovely demo, thank you. Yeah, if you've got them today or whether you brought them when we released these earlier, join us for that show, because it is going to be a fun, inspirational hour, 2 hours full of great demos. Adorable Debbie, says Colleen. And just to remind you, you're going to get the 9 different dies within this set. So you've got those zigzags there, as we were just showing you. This cute one here as well has got that stitch detail built into the zigzag as well. This is the die, of course, that Debbie was just working with from the scalloped edge set. That one, again, absolutely beautiful. The fact that you've got that detail cut in here means that you've got little shaker elements if you want to keep those. Thread through that as well, but the different kind of size scallop. It's almost got like that doubled up sort of scallop design here, and then your scallop design on the bottom, and then you've also got these beautiful waves as well. And like Debbie says, I love that idea. You know, if you've got things like your Enchanted Oceans collection, you've got some great, almost like scene setting dies for you as well. Not to mention dies that are just going to be great for, as you've seen, beautiful cards, if you're making beautiful albums as well, and whatever the size of your project and whatever the style of your project as well, I suppose, these are just super versatile. So zigzag, scalloped edge and waves, and for that price of £32, 9 dies, brilliant. To get 1 of our watercolour waves pads, great value for money. When we tell you you're going to get 2 within this Showstopper deal, that's why this is being snapped up. You know, just a couple of people telling me already that they've got these today. Well done to Jane and Sally. Give me a hit up in the comments if you picked this up today. You're getting, just to reiterate, 2 of these within this bundle. If you do decide that you want to add more of these watercolour waves pads into your basket as well, then you can buy those individually. Shop the day. Worth having a look at the Shop the Day today as well, because if you have just gotten up, you did miss a really jam-packed Craft Vault show earlier with some sensational deals on. A few of you have mentioned those Colorista pencils. I mean, look at that. That's like the Northern Lights right there, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Aurora Borealis. Yes, so do have a good look and fill up your baskets with those extra pads and, of course, those pencils, which I know proved very, very popular earlier. What a brilliant show. It's absolutely flown over that. And we're going to do some more with the Ric Rac dies, aren't we, Debbie, in Masterclass? And again, any questions, any requests, we'll always try and help out.
Yeah, always. And I've got lots to show you. We're going to be box making, we're going to be card making, we're going to do a Z-fold card. Yeah, we're going to be die cutting with those paper pads as well. So, yeah, I literally can't wait. I'm really looking forward to this show. Yeah, going to be a lot of fun. And then don't forget, tonight at 5 o'clock, we've got Launch Party, again, where a lot of these dies are going to work with the collections that we've got within that, like the Great Outdoors, which is going to be back for you. Also, recapping in that show, yesterday's launch, our brand new weekly wonder, which is the 3D macro embossing folders. So lots still to come. Massive thank you to Debbie. We'll see you back here in an hour for more inspiration on Masterclass. Until then, thanks for watching and bye for now.